Survive the night.
Survive the night.
Oh God! What's that? Oh God! Survive the night.
What's Gloomhaven?
Gloomhaven is like the number one tabletop RPG in the world for like the past like 3 or 4 years, and I have not touched it yet.
It looks like it's like a lot of work to get into.
It is, yeah.
Gloomhaven is actually the perpetual state that my mind is in 24/7.
Sweet. That was a good joke. Before we start the podcast, I need to give a little, I messed up last episode on the, what was it, Pet Cemetery, I think?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pepperan?
And I'm sorry to you guys. I'm sorry to the audience.
What's going on right now?
So we talked about Three Doors Down.
Yeah.
And their song Superman.
Right.
And then I sang a bit of Jumper and was like, it's the best band. I was thinking Third Eye Blind. So to everybody, I'm sorry, because Third Eye Blind is an amazing band and shouldn't have been.
Yeah, they're a lot better than Three
Trample them
Doors
like
Down, in my opinion.
Three Doors Down has that whole like Creed kind of sound to it where it's just raspy voice.
I fucking hate it.
Nirvana does it too. I don't like any of it.
I think comparing Creed to Nirvana is a sin.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Creed is so good though.
Also,
I want to shout out Nickelback's a good band.
Okay. What is happening right now?
It's a good band.
Hey, Andy, what's your wallpaper? It looks really cool. I'm just going to ignore what Ryan just said.
Okay. It's
That's awesome.
covers
But
of
I wouldn't be able to see what's happening
horror
on my
movies.
phone. Look at his background, Ryan.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
It's like, how do you even see your icons?
I have eyes.
It's also weird. I hate how you just have all your icons up like that. I heard what I said.
Icons.
Because mine's just the plain, nothing on it. I hate it. I need no space.
I wanted to say something to our audience too. Now I totally forgot. So I'm sorry for forgetting. It was good. Maybe.
I'm sorry, Third Eye Blind. I know you've got a new album out. It's pretty good. I'm just sorry.
Well, welcome to episode 13 of Survive the Night podcast. My name is Amir, co-hosting with Andy. Hey. And Ryan. Nice.
13, get it? Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
I was about to say Freddy.
On today's episode of Survive the Night, we're going to be discussing a found footage film called VHS, which I watched this morning, so it's still pretty fresh in my head.
This morning?
Yeah.
I watched it like a couple hours ago, yeah.
Yeah, my thoughts on it off the top before we dig into this movie is it was interesting. There was definitely some creep factor involved in some of the tapes that we watched. Overall, I felt like it could have used a little more structure, maybe. It was kind of all over the place in terms of it jumped from tape to tape sometimes, and I wasn't sure what was going on, if they were all connected in the end somehow, which doesn't seem like they were. But yeah.
It's called an anthology.
Okay, cool.
It's the same thing as like found footage movies. Anthologies, I think, fall in the same, where it's either going to be really good or just unwatchable.
Yeah.
I think it's in the good category.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's pretty good.
Like, I just really like the ideas they put forth in, like, this one, the second one. We don't talk about the third one. And then I watched the newest one, VHS 94, which had some really cool stuff in it, too.
Still got to watch that.
I was kind of taken out of it to some degree earlier on with just the quality. Obviously, it's intentional because it's VHS. But I found, later, that door is going to never stop creeping me out because the cat keeps opening it. But later on in the movie, you see them use some special effects and things like that. And the quality of the video actually enhances those special effects, makes it seem more real.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the glitchy, like
No, more of the sort of paranormal stuff that was
Oh, I
happening at the
see,
very
yeah.
end. Stop sniffing my bag, cat. I mean my backpack.
Stop sniffing his sack.
Okay, so you want to just... I actually put down the synopsis for this
Oh,
one.
I put mine on it too because I thought mine was funnier.
Okay, then go for it. Do the synopsis.
A bunch of idiots break into a man's house looking for a particular VHS tape. The movie is presented as an anthology, different stories for each VHS tape found in the room. All stories are presented as found footage.
So, directors, there's one for each of the films.
Oh, cool.
I did it in order because I'm a smart boy.
Yeah, you should just because they're all different directors, different writers for each of the
Yeah.
stories presented. So it's best to just get them all out.
Yeah.
So we don't have to ever talk about it again.
So we have the first one, Adam Wingard. He does tape 56, which is like the overall arc of the movie, like the in between stuff. He did Godzilla versus Kong,
Oh, wow.
Amazing movie.
Death Note. I have not watched because I hear it's not good. Blair Witch from, I think it's 2016, which I actually like the movie quite a bit.
Still have to watch.
It's pretty good. He did The Guest, which I believe, Andy, you've watched now, right?
I love it.
The
Yeah.
best soundtrack I've ever heard in a
It's-
movie ever.
It's the best love letter homage to Halloween 3, Season of the Witch,
It was really good. And he did You're Next,
which I also love.
which I don't know if I've seen.
I think you've seen it and you've said, I hate this movie.
Yeah, that sounds like it. David Bruckner, he does Amateur Night, which is the first film we see. He's doing Hellraiser 2022.
The movie, yeah.
Yes. He's doing, he did The Night House.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And The Ritual.
Oh,
it's
right.
that guy, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next, we have Ty West, who does Second Honeymoon. He did an episode for the Exorcist TV show. He did the found footage movie The Sacrament, which is one of like the top ones in most people's lists. It's pretty good. He did The Innkeepers,
The movie's all right.
and he did Cabin Fever 2.
Oh. Didn't he also do House of the Devil? But
He might have.
I really like that movie.
So a lot of the directors, writers, and stuff in it are from a company that they founded, and I can't
like
remember
a
what
collaboration.
it's called. Yeah.
Is it Radio Silence?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of them will have like almost identical credits.
Okay.
Yeah. Next we have Glenn McQuaid. He does Tuesday the 17th. He does visual effects for Stakeland.
Okay.
That's about it for him.
Okay.
Next we have Joe Swanberg. His film is The Sick Thing That Happened to Emily When She Was Younger.
Okay.
And he was a writer for The Rental, which is a new movie out on Shudder, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually liked the Emily segment a lot.
Which one was that again?
The webcam one, right? That was Emily.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we have Matt Bettinelli-Olpin, who does 10/31/98. He's doing the new Scream. He did Ready or Not.
I love that movie.
It's really good. Devil's Due. And then he wrote a song called Verbal Kint that's in a couple different movies.
Is this it?
I don't know. Is the song called Verbal Kint?
Yeah.
This
is ska, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be.
If it's not, this is even better.
And sorry, who was supposed to be behind Verbal Kint?
Matt Bettinelli-Olpin.
Kind of like it.
Yeah, you fucking.
I know.
We'll have to put in a clip, or else people are gonna just hear like silence.
I could be, yeah, for sure.
No, actually, this is recording into GarageBand.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay,
right.
well, you can stop that. Jesus Christ.
Keep it going.
Okay, so next we've got the actors, music, special effects and stuff. I looked through everything, and there's a fucking lot of people.
Really? I don't remember there being even much music throughout the movie.
When I looked up their credits, it's mostly just like this movie, maybe VHS 2, some other stuff. Same with actors. A lot of them had only starred in this or have done like small bit parts in like shorts and stuff. So I picked a couple of people that did some interesting stuff. So first we have Lane Hughes, who plays Zach in the Tape 56. He's also in You're Next. He's in Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one, but he's uncredited.
Oh, no.
Really dodged a bullet there.
Yeah. Hey,
Wait.
I will fight you. Wait.
So you mentioned Adam Wingard as one of the directors. Did you mention that he's actually in the movie as well?
I'm not going to mention that he's in the movie, but he is in the movie,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And like a few of the directors are just in the movie as
He
well.
plays a VHS tape.
Next we have Kentucky Audley.
Oh, I love Kentucky Fried Chicken.
He plays Rox again in Tape 56. He's in The Sacrament. We have Simon Barrett, who plays Steve in Tape 56. He's in You're Next. He was a writer for Blair Witch, The Guest, and You're Next. So we have Hannah Fearman, who plays Lily from Amateur Night. She's in Creepshow 2021. She's in a bunch of new horror movies that are in like post-production and stuff. And obviously she was in the movie Siren, which comes from VHS.
Cool.
Yeah. Last I have here Bryce Burke, who plays The Glitch in Tuesday the 17th. And he's done stunts for Glass, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, John Wick 1 and 2, Daredevil TV series. He's been in a lot of stuff as a stuntman.
Wow. Before we go to Andy,
Damn it.
I found a soundboard that has creepy sounds like...
No.
This one is spooky, scary skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Which one of you got the Molly?
Okay, last one.
That was more annoying than scary.
That was. I know, this is not creepy at all so far. Insidious, scary sounds.
Oh.
Where'd all these bees come from?
All right.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm deaf now.
Go ahead, Andy.
So VHS, it's like it starts out. It says in the notes that they're a criminal gang, but like they just seem like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I'm seeing that in your notes, criminal gang, and I was like, as opposed to like a gang of old ladies? I don't
know. Anyway, yeah, they're not really a gang. They're just a bunch of idiots, and then they go around, you know, they're filming everything while they're doing it, like smashing windows. They sexually assault a woman in a parking garage, which was really hard to watch. And then at some point, what do? They get some info that they have to go and break into some guy's house to steal a tape that, for some reason, it's just a rare tape that they gotta steal.
Hell yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, they go into the guy's house. There's nothing in it. It's all broken down, and then they end up finding the owner of the house sitting in a chair.
They believe he's dead, right?
Yeah, they think he's dead. They're like, oh, he smells.
And he's sitting in front of all these TV screens.
To be fair, he is an old man, and usually old people smell.
We're
They
back
do.
on that. Okay.
It's true.
What do you mean we're back?
We're back on
We
the.
never left.
Right.
And when did old people stop smelling bad?
Yeah, fight me, old people.
Okay.
Unless you're
It'd
like,
be funny if like an old person comes to your house, banging on your door. Where's Ryan?
well, I was gonna say unless you're like Jackie Chan or like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something.
Where's Ryan?
I don't want that.
Anyway, basically, this sets up the whole anthology premise because each tape that is like scattered around the room contains a different story that is like more and more fucked up.
I will say that it was somewhat of a clever way to have
Oh,
this
yeah.
anthology be introduced. Yeah.
I guess the first movie that it starts with, this story that it starts with is Amateur Night. And it starts with Shane, Patrick, and Clint are three friends who have rented a motel room to fulfill Shane's intent of bringing women back for sex.
Yeah.
Clint is wearing glasses that have been outfitted with a hidden camera and microphone that will allow them to turn their planned encounter into an amateur porn video.
I'm sorry. I read a little ahead of your notes, and I was reading the first sentence of the second paragraph where it says, another young woman, Barfly Lisa, but I read it as Barfly.
Well,
I was like, silly Andy. He doesn't know how to write.
I don't know what anything is.
Also, trigger warning: there will be dongs.
There is?
There is at least one dong.
Oh, there's a lot of nudity in this
I
movie.
feel like the trigger warning should be like,
The sexual assault.
yeah.
And the violence. The violence in this movie was so... It almost came off like a snuff film to me at
I
times.
think that was
you
what
know?
it was kind of being presented
Yeah.
as. They're bar hopping.
While the three men are bar hopping, Clint encounters Lily.
A mysterious young woman who appears unusually shy and says little other than "I like you."
She got some big old eyes.
Yeah, she's really creepy. I must say, and like you can already see, like it's, you know, something's off with her immediately, just because of how she is presented, and she's just kind of just hanging out in the corner, staring at everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do too, honestly.
You just hang out in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, at one point in my life, that's what I would have done. I'm a little more outgoing now, thankfully. Not Ryan, though. Ryan would still be sitting
No,
in the
Ryan
corner.
wouldn't even go to the bar.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
He'd
I
be-
would much prefer just to sit at home.
He wants to go to the iced tea bar.
Good host. Where you at?
In addition to picking up Lily, the men also succeed in convincing another young woman, Barfly Lisa, to return to their motel room with them. Lisa passes out as Shane attempts to initiate sex while Patrick, laughing, discourages him from continuing. So there's that guy Patrick is the guy that was sitting on the couch just manically laughing?
Yeah, and saying dumb stuff. He's like, "Oh, I'm so fucked."
Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, they were doing coke at some point, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they on the cab ride to the hotel. They're
Mm-hmm.
all doing coke, but that's not the feeling. Like, I've done some stuff, but that's not the feeling you get when you're on that.
No.
What kind of stuff have you done, Andy? I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I think he's trying to say that he's done cocaine.
PCP, Angel Dust, black tar, heroin.
Butt naked, ill, churn, dust, PCP, primos, E-dog. That's what you had?
Cut it. Clip it out. Keep it
I got
for
you.
blackmail.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
uh-oh.
call.
You're never leaving the podcast now.
Who says I was leaving?
Well, just in case you want to at some point.
Is this the mafia now?
You're not leaving. Also, I wonder if they actually did have glasses that were a camera, because the way they shot that scene in the mirror where they're like testing out the camera and stuff with his glasses made it seem like how else would they have filmed that scene?
It could have been. There
Yeah.
are glasses out there.
I know.
with
And I
cameras.
was
yeah.
like, damn, I want to get those glasses.
Stay away from a mirror, ladies.
No, it'd be for when I'm bicycling.
Oh.
Oh, I
Come
was just
on.
imagining you
Oh.
put the glasses on. You're
Jesus.
just staring down at their chest the whole
Come
time.
Anyway, so they return, they're at the hotel. Patrick is laughing. Lily continues awkwardly coming onto Clint, but it is Shane who comes onto her instead.
Okay, shit's getting freaky because she's like, I want some of that. And then he pulls her shirt down, or her dress, pulls it all the way off, and you see her feet. And for some reason, Patrick just doesn't see anything. And Clint is just like, oh, what? Do you guys see that? I'd have been like, fuck's wrong with your feet?
Yeah, so
she got gargoyle feet.
She has, her feet are kind of scary looking, and there's like black veins that she has. Lily appears responsive, pushing Shane onto his back and then beginning to undress Clint, seemingly beginning a threesome. Overwhelmed, Clint goes to the bathroom. Patrick disrobes, attempts to take Clint's place, but Lily has made it clear that she dislikes Patrick. Moments
You know
later,
what PUA means?
can you explain it?
Pickup artists. There's a bunch
Oh.
of people out
Oh,
there
yeah.
that like spend their lives on
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
crafting how to pick up women. It's the worst.
I had some growing up when I was younger. I had a lot of friends who had tons of books on pickup artistry, and I'm like, why do you have these?
It was essentially ways to take advantage of women.
Oh yeah.
The worst.
Moments later, Patrick bursts into the bathroom with a large cut on his hand, claiming that Lily bit him. When they approach Shane, Lily suddenly sprouts fangs, then attacks and kills Shane. Clint and Patrick hide in the bathroom until Patrick, still nude, arms himself with a shower curtain rod and returns to the room.
And
That
again, you do
scene-
see his dong here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene was okay. Not the
Okay.
dong scene, but like that scene when they come out of the washroom was really powerful. She's just standing there like in a pose,
Yeah.
So
and
creepy.
with the light in the background.
I also will say, though, again, the violence here, even just the bite on his hand was super effective, however they managed the gore in this movie.
All right, so we'll stop here and then we'll say, okay, you're in the bathroom naked, you've been bit, or you're the other guy that's just hanging out there, like freaking out. What do you do in this situation? Do you attack Lily? Do you run? Do you go to the bathroom because you're in the bathroom?
I mean, yeah, I guess, Ryan, your bowels would be activated at this point.
Maybe because like they've been drinking a lot.
That's true.
and
Drugs.
some of them have done drugs. I don't know if all of them have they? Anyways, it is not important. But you're inebriated.
I feel like if I had just done a few lines of coke, maybe half an hour before this, it would embolden me to act more confidently, because that's sort of what cocaine does.
Yeah, that's basically what it does.
I was gonna say more like, if you're so drunk, you might not even know what the hell is actually going on.
That's true too. I think I would have two scenarios here and things that I might do. One, just fucking hide in the washroom, lock the door, and bar it with whatever you can, and just fucking stay in there till whatever happens. The second option is, which I guess does technically happen to some degree, is I would just make a fucking dash for the door and get the fuck out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I would be running. I would say I'm the guy with the glasses. I would just say, yeah, you go fight her, and then I'm going to sneak out. Ryan.
Okay, so I'm wearing the glasses. She's out there. She's doing her cool pose, her like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure pose. And I would come out and I would just be like, "Hey, baby. Hey, Howie."
You say,
What?
hey, Howie?
I heard Howie too.
I was trying to say "how you" and then I stopped.
Hey, Howie.
Hey, Howie. Not my name.
Now she's Scottish? That's not me name. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just be like, I would probably just lock myself in the washroom and like push my back against the door and be like, if I don't see it or hear it, it's not happening.
Yeah.
But
good.
I wanted to say before that, when she gets on top of Patrick and then pulls Clint in to kiss and you see her fucking tongue.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, it's like black.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah, I did notice that.
So, she's a freak.
Also, not important, but her friend, the other girl, is just passed out on the other bed.
It wasn't
Yeah.
her friend.
It's
Their
just
other
another
random girl.
a random
Yeah.
person that they picked up. So yeah, they Clint tries to wake up Lisa, that was her name, as Patrick attempts to fight Lily, but she subdues and pounces on him, drinking his blood, ripping off his genitals.
Oh yeah, she actually tosses his dick and balls on the ground, and the camera kind of focuses on it, and it's awful.
Clint escapes the room, but ends up falling down the stairs, breaking his wrist in the process.
That was pretty rough. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he would have gotten away if that didn't happen.
I mean, even this part kind of confounded me, because he broke his wrist, and it was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, like, why
you see
couldn't he
the
But
get
your
bones.
up?
legs are perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's just
Get
sort of
up.
he's just like sitting there for a good 5 minutes while she approaches, and gets on top of
He's
him.
like, oh, my hand.
But then she kind of recoils here and starts like crying.
Yeah,
and
Lily
backs off.
Lily catches up to him,
She
but
sniffs
instead of
his
it,
crotch. Like, I got this part. Don't worry.
okay.
She catches up. She comes down. She's nude. She's bloody. Fuck yeah. She comes up to him. She gets her face nice and close to his crotch. She's just like,
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
just breathes in the euphoria. She you don't see it, but you know it's happening. She gives him the slobbery knob, the good suck,
Stop.
and and apparently he can't get hard, and it upsets her. Which
Oh,
I'm not
Does
gonna
that
lie.
actually happen, or is that you making this
no,
up?
that's she's going down
And then-
on him. It's very clear.
Oh, because she likes him.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he's not. I'm pretty sure he's not getting hard, and she's like, "Oh my god, he doesn't actually."
Oh.
Which, like, okay, boys, would you be hard?
Hell fucking no.
I would be inside myself.
Oh, really? I'm pretty sure I'd be stiff as a rock.
Wow.
I would be
In fairness,
absolute
in fairness,
balsa wood up there.
You're-
Isn't balsa wood soft?
Ah, shit.
It's like the wood you use in elementary school to carve with
Well,
butter knives, essentially.
It's not fully hard. I am on antidepressants.
So yeah, she crawls over to the corner and cries softly.
I'm hard as a birch tree. That's better, right?
It's harder than
Filled with-
balsa. Yeah.
Filled with wood bugs.
Full of ants.
Her cries grow louder, and then they turn into demonic growls. Clint flees, begging bystanders for help, but he is suddenly lifted into the sky by Lily.
I want to hear your cry into a demonic growl. Amir, you go
cry.
first.
I don't know if that'll be usable.
Okay, do one more.
Want me to try it again?
Yeah, just
back
move
off
away.
your
I'll
mic.
move it away.
I feel like he moved it away, but then went louder.
I would be like,
I'll do one more just so I can actually use something.
you sounded like a dog there. It was
That was
pretty good.
But then, yeah, Andy mentioned that she takes him up into the sky, but they go way fucking up into the sky. Like, it almost looks like they go past the clouds.
Like at this point, I don't even know what type of creature she is, but she's
She's
a
like a
vampire, right?
No, I was going to say she's like a succubus or something.
Succubus. Yeah,
That's probably
That's
it.
probably
And
it.
you do
like-
see her wings as
she-
well.
People like this segment so much, it became an actual movie, which she stars in called The Siren, which I mentioned. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you think she goes
We're
up there and she's like, I can show you the world?
Yes, she does. Yeah. Yeah. So that happens. She's like, they're flying in the air, and then I guess the camera just cuts, right?
I think
No,
so.
she drops him. doesn't
Drops
she?
him, and
Yeah.
then the camera cuts.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
see him just fucking dumpster himself on the pavement.
Back in the frame story, one of the criminals discovers that Brad, the person who stayed to watch the tape, is missing. Meanwhile, the other criminals searching the basement discover hundreds of unmarked VHS tapes.
Before you continue, just so somebody's like, hey, I need this VHS tape from this, like, what they assume I think is an abandoned place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're breaking windows and stuff, being loud. I'm pretty sure they think it's abandoned. What would you do? I mean, for me personally, if somebody was like, hey, there's a bunch of VHS tapes, Jesus Christ.
Ryan had a stroke.
There's a bunch of VHS tapes in this abandoned building. I need you to grab one specifically. I'd be going with like a couple bags, shoveling them all in there. Those are
Yeah.
mine now.
It really depends on, because if it's just like all these like bootleg weirdo movies, I'm not going in there. That seems creepy.
That's
to me.
like all we watch is weirdo movies.
No, but like they're all unmarked things.
It's
They're-
all it's all Girl Interrupted. Just a bunch of copies of Girl Interrupted.
like I like that movie, but
it's really good. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mentioned on one of our previous episodes, I've always had this fascination with abandoned houses. So as long as I had some people with me, I would be down.
all right.
The moment I see an old man in there, though, I'd be like, "Whoa, sorry, I'm out."
That's true.
I just got vibes like from the movie Don't Breathe when they were breaking into that house, and then like they see the guy. Anyway, I thought he's gonna wake up and fuck them all up.
He's just gonna say, "Yeah, I thought he was gonna wake him and just fuck them all."
There's this building on Main Street that used to be a clothing store. And the building's been abandoned for like, I want to say 15 years. And there's been
was a Marshalls.
No, it was an Indian clothing store. And in the last week, someone has broken out one of the windows in the corner of the building, and I'm like, fuck, it would be so exciting to crawl through there and see what's happening inside.
Except
this
you go in, it's just a bunch of homeless people fucking each other.
That's okay, not the fucking each other part, but I assume that maybe
and
somebody
they're gonna
homeless
be coming for you too.
and there's gonna be rats.
They
in
want
there
a
and
taste
shit.
of the clean. That's what they call non-homeless people, the clean.
Oh my god!
Wow,
Did you make that up?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
I was convinced. It's a good liar.
Anyway, they're looking through this basement, and there's hundreds of these tapes. They begin collecting all of them to ensure they get the right one. One of them manages to catch a glimpse of a strange figure wandering off, and they gather the tapes. The criminal still upstairs. Rocks, I guess is one of their names, replaces the tape in the VCR with a different one and settles down to watch.
It's weird that they were asked to find this tape, and they're like, "Oh, just sit down. and
Let's
one."
watch some movies.
In this creepy fucking house.
Like
So
everyone
next-
just needs to get their Blockbuster fix.
So next up is Second Honeymoon.
So this is with the married couple. Sam and Stephanie are traveling to Arizona for their honeymoon, with Stephanie recording and documenting everything along the way. That night, they visit the Wild West themed attraction known as Wild West Junction.
Wicked Wild West.
You've
Will
just
Smith.
destroyed this podcast. Where Stephanie receives a prediction from a mechanical fortune teller dressed as a prospector. The prediction claims that she will soon be happily reunited with a loved one, and that she is very trusting and easily taken advantage of. Some time later...
Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Amir.
What would you do if you're an old Wild West prospector?
Amir, you go up to the fortune telling thing. You put in, I'm assuming, a couple coins or whatever. Your future telling thingy comes out. What does it say? I thought it was going to be like, baby, the sheets.
It'll say every living creature on Earth dies alone.
Whoa.
I don't like that you're biting your lips. It's creeping me out.
Whoa, that sounds like something, it's like from a movie or something.
No, I just made that up.
Oh, genius.
I got a full face full of you saying it and then biting your lower lip.
It's not because I'm turned on. I just bite my lips.
It looked like it.
What would you say, Ryan?
No, you next. I
No,
was last.
I'm working on it. I'm working
so
on
I
it.
go up to it. I put my coin in.
Oh, thank God you said coin.
He gives me my fortune, and it just says, a number 5 ginger chicken with rice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds pretty sweet.
Okay, what does yours say, Andrew?
It says, wait 1 second here. It says, drink less coupons, teabag someone's dad.
What is that from?
The Mind of Michelle?
There you say the Mind of Mencia.
What's that?
You don't know the Mind of Mencia?
No. Should
Amir,
I?
Do you not know it?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
He's a comedian.
Stole everybody's jokes. Had a TV show for a
What?
while.
He stole everyone's jokes?
Yeah. Was he the guy that did the movie guy voice too? I think he had a skit where he did the. But anyway,
Whose jokes was it?
He stole a bunch of people's
Yeah.
jokes.
Wow.
What do you mean the movie guy's voice?
I thought he did a skit where he did like the the narrator that does movie commercials. Like one man.
Oh, that guy.
There was the skit where the guy who plays McLovin does it for hip hop.
All right. Sorry, I was reading something.
All right, let's move on.
Even though I don't know how to read.
Moving on.
So sometime later, a strange woman comes to Sam and Stephanie's motel room and awkwardly.
Wow. Oh wait, never mind.
This
okay,
is part
keep
of
going. I jumped ahead a little bit.
They
there.
know it's a woman.
Ah, okay. Keep
They
going.
know it's a woman.
Yep.
You can't really tell. Anyway, who's doing this here? Stephanie. I don't know what I'm doing. Stephanie awkwardly tries to convince Sam off camera to give her a ride somewhere the next day. In the middle of the night, while the couple are asleep, a mysterious stranger breaks into the room, turns the camcorder on, films themselves stroking Stephanie's buttocks with a switchblade.
Before that, does he, I think, hold up the camera to her and be like, hey, we should film?
Oh, yeah. So this is another thing like that was apparently you could give a man a camera.
You piece of shit.
And you're, what?
I wrote that down in my new segment called Ryan's Terrible Commentary
Okay.
Corner.
Okay, go ahead.
No, fine.
Ryan's
Just keep going.
Terrible Commentary Corner. I
Yeah.
love it.
It's a new segment.
I'll do it at the end.
We're
It's fine.
workshopping.
Just
No,
keep
no,
going.
no.
No, it's better at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause I don't have a lot of fun facts for this movie.
I don't know
Okay.
if I don't know if they mentioned it, but again, they're a couple, and this is what their second honeymoon,
Yes.
right? But
That's
why
the
aren't they
title.
sleeping together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are in a different bed. It seems
He
pretty,
asks her, "Do you want to sleep in my bed tonight or something?" And
It
she
seems
says
pretty
no.
like a strained relationship,
Yeah.
which could be the reason for the second honeymoon.
That's what
guess so.
I figured as such. Either that or they're just really religious.
Yeah, they come off as really religious.
Totally. So the intruder
stroking her ass
stroking
with a knife.
her buttocks with the switchblade.
You just hold on though. You just made a point about men and camcorders. Yet this is a woman with a camcorder being a pervert.
Well, we don't know.
Boom.
We don't know this
We
is
don't
a
know
woman
it's,
yet.
it's a woman yet.
Fine. Spoilers.
That's
sorry.
the part that I was yelling spoilers at, but we
Yeah.
didn't get to it yet. And then you spoiled it, so good for me. Good for me.
Okay. The intruder also steals $100 from Sam's wallet and dips his toothbrush into the toilet.
That's so weird.
It's so,
That's so good.
It just seemed so petty.
Yeah. So right.
Like-
It makes it seem like maybe this person knows them, right?
Totally. It's like, haha, suck on this.
Literally.
So
Don't
then,
suck on your toothbrush. That's weird.
the next day, they go and visit the Grand Canyon. Sam notices the missing money and accuses Stephanie of taking it, and assures him that she did not do it. This again, like it shows how strained the relationship
True.
is, because like, say Michelle, or say I look into my wallet and my money's gone. I'm not going to immediately blame Michelle and be like, "You took all my money."
Yeah. Same.
Fucking bitch.
Although Michelle probably would.
No,
She
I just
seems like
like
a thief.
the conversation they have.
Well,
The conversation
she
they
does.
have.
She does do a lot of stealing.
That's true. She does. Putting you on blast, Michelle.
She's wanted by the FBI.
Let's just talk about all the times she's stolen for the rest of the episode.
It's mostly from like
Whole
big chains,
Foods.
The theater.
Whole Foods, big chains.
I've stolen from Whole Foods too. Anyway.
Okay, so as I was saying,
Again, the FBI is.
oh
they're
my
looking for
god,
us.
let me just
Ryan's
get through
gonna-
it.
All right.
So, fucking hell, they their conversation about the money just seems super like strained.
Yes.
Where he's like, "You took my $100 bill." She's like, "No, I didn't." He's
I
like,
have my own money.
"Yeah," and he was like, "Well, nobody else could have done it." And then she's like, "Well, I was with you the whole time," and I would have been like, "So? You could have taken it while I was asleep and put it in your purse, and now you're just saying you didn't take it.
Totally.
What the fuck you talking about?"
It almost seems like they're like brother and sister.
They're like, "Give me one good reason, just one."
But it feels like they're almost like brother and sister at this point, where they're bickering back and forth to each other, blaming each other for these small things.
I mean, that's how strained marriages are too, though.
Oh, I've never been in one. So
Yeah, now they're at the Grand Canyon, and they seem like fine afterwards.
yeah, they seem okay after. That night, the stranger enters the room again, repeatedly stabs Sam in the neck.
No, wait. They're at the I don't give a shit that he got stabbed.
That was pretty.
No, give me 1 second. Let me finish. They're at the Grand Canyon, and he like walks down because they see somebody looking at them.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice that part.
Jeez, he comes back up, and he's like, "Yeah, it's just somebody standing down there looking at us." Anyways, help me back up.
Apparently, I wasn't paying attention.
I watched the movie on 1.5 speed, and I noticed it.
Oh,
How do you do that? Is that on your TV specifically, or?
That's on
certain apps.
doing something I shouldn't be doing.
Oh, I
Legally
got you. I got you.
I own the movie, so it's fine. And I don't have a CD drive on my computer, so
Legally stream. So yeah, they see this woman, I guess, in the Grand Canyon, just staring back at them.
yeah, now you can go ahead.
But yeah, they start. Well, it's the night after or whatever, and they're what's his name?
Sam?
is being stabbed in the throat.
That was a pretty intense
It was
scene.
out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
she's just
pretty
like
shocking.
the camera's just over him. He's sleeping, and all of a sudden, just
I've
Thank
obviously
you.
watched a shitload of horror and violent movies, but again, the violence in this movie definitely caught me off guard.
it was very fuck. I can't say it. Visceral.
And again,
Yeah.
the quality of the video, because again, it's at VHS quality, just makes it seem even more real.
So yeah, he ends up dying, choking on his own blood. The camera shows the killer, the woman from earlier, wearing a porcelain mask, cleaning the blade while she and Stephanie make out passionately, revealing that the woman was Stephanie's lover. Recording cuts to Stephanie and her lover driving away, with Stephanie asking her lover if she has erased the footage.
And that was a great twist. I was not expecting
Oh
that
yeah,
at
it was
all.
really good.
You said lover like 3 times there.
I did?
Yeah,
Oh. Well, it is her lover.
that's true.
Lover.
So we are back in the frame story. Rocks is left confused as to what he has witnessed. Unknown, however, the old man's corpse has disappeared. Back in the basement, the other criminals debate on why the tape thereafter is so special, and others, and also plan to make copies of it so they can make extra money. The film then transitions to the next tape.
Smart. They're smart criminals.
I mean, the fact that they're here at all, I think, disproves your point that they're smart.
I have to say another thing that is kind of weird about the movie. You know, everything's found footage, right, on these tapes. But in a few of them, they're showing, like, they're using cell phones, they have smartphones, but they're still using this technology that would clearly be out of date by then.
Well, so again, this movie came out in 2012, right?
Yeah.
I think it's mostly like, it's kind of harder to, because it's not really like a data-based like DVDs and stuff are. You can't just push a VHS into a computer, rip everything from it, right?
Yeah.
And it's old technology that's not really around too much anymore. So I think it would be better if you're trying to keep a secret.
True. Don't look in Ryan's collection. So the next tape is Tuesday the 17th.
Which is just a little shout out to Friday the 13th, because Tuesday the 17th is literally after Friday the 13th.
No way.
In the
Hold on,
calendar.
So Monday the 16th, Sunday the 15th, Saturday. He's right.
And then it's in the woods, kind of a camping field, which is a lot of the Friday
Yeah, it's
the 13th
totally an
films.
homage to Friday the 13th.
This one, although it's a short story, so like the story's kind of muddy, the concept was just super cool to me.
For this one, the concept is really cool, but I feel like this is the weakest one out of all of them.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. A group of 20-somethings, Joey, Spider, and Samantha, accompany their new friend Wendy on their annual trip to a lake located in a nearby forest.
Hold up. It's time for Ryan's Terrible Commentary Corner. So for this one, at the beginning, they're all in their vehicle. They're driving down. Yeah, do it.
No, I was wondering what you want your theme song to be for Ryan's terrible commentary.
What do we
corner.
have?
I don't know if it'll be one of these ones. There's a bunch of songs. I don't know. Is this a song? That's not a song.
That wouldn't be bad, though, when I say it's time for Ryan's Corner and just somebody going,
Okay.
no!
Do it again. Do it again.
Wait till Andy comes down. It's turning into a tomato.
Gee, it wasn't that funny.
Okay. So, and now it's time for Ryan's Terrible Commentary Corner.
All right.
Okay, so in this one, at the beginning, they're all in the vehicle driving out to some rural area, and they see somebody walking along the side of the street, and they're like, oh, let's scare them. So they just drive really fast and honk the horn, and one of them's like, whoa, man, you almost killed that guy. They were fucking nowhere near this person.
Yeah,
they were still way on the other side of this, like, the road.
Yeah, they were nowhere near them.
No scaring, no nothing. Stupid. And that's
Is that it?
and that's Ryan's Terrible Commentary Corner.
What is that person even saying?
Like Schlumper?
Lauf Schlampe.
Oh, she's not actually saying no? Ah, shit. Maybe we should use something else then. Andy, you're crying.
It's just so emotional.
Something about a tramp or a slut?
Anyway, so Joy films the group as Wendy leads them through the woods, occasionally mentioning accidents that took the lives of her friends. When the camera scans certain areas, glitched images of mutilated bodies appear in the film.
If you were going out camping and then something like this was happening, how do you think you would have died? Amir?
Something like what was happening, like what happens to them?
Yeah. Like, how do you think you would die?
I think I'd be running away from whatever was out there, and I would just probably get stabbed from behind or trip. I would trip and they would pounce on my back or something like that. I don't know if I would attempt to fight this thing and then, go down in a blaze of glory. I think I would just be running and I would be dead.
Yeah, I mean, there's no glory. You would just be dead out in the woods.
Yeah, I know.
So as a person who suffers from IBS, I feel like I'd be going to the bathroom. I'd be on the can and just someone would just slit my throat.
It's not a bad way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty
It's probably
bad way to go.
doing something I love.
Dying while you're taking a shit, that's a pretty
Yeah.
bad way to go.
It's doing what I love.
I'd probably just be complaining. Like, why are we here? It's too hot. There's too many fucking. And then, they get me.
I think the friends would kill you before the killer actually got to you.
Whichever.
So the weird mutilated bodies appear. They discover a mutilated corpse of a pig nearby, not like glitched out. Shortly before, Wendy mentions that everyone is going to die. That was creepy.
That was really weird.
She's like, you're gonna die,
Like she doesn't remember saying that, right?
It to me, it seems like something suddenly came over her.
Okay.
I'd honestly be like, why would you say that?
But it doesn't seem like people even question it too much.
No, they were
just like,
they were
haha,
they
you're
were
so
like,
funny.
Yeah, you're so quirky.
Shows your tits.
Okay. Relaxing and smoking weed by the lake, Wendy tells the others that the lake is the same place where a murderer killed many people years earlier, but the group laughs it off as a joke.
What's the lake called? Crystal Lake? Hello.
For anyone
Make my
that
own goddamn.
missed that reference, Crystal Lake is Friday the 13th.
Did they didn't mention what the lake was called, did they?
No, and it was more of like a pond. It
I
looked
know.
And
like.
it looked really dirty.
Yeah, that doesn't stop one person from jumping in there.
I also love how this character's name is Spider.
Is that really his name?
But it's
That's what
listed.
they call him.
Yeah. So Spider and Samantha leave the group for a bathroom break. Suddenly, Samantha is killed when a knife is launched into her face.
That was pretty intense. Where it was just like, and knife.
And into her eye, and you see her eyeball hanging out.
And she was also going to do some sort of dance performance right
she
beforehand.
was. But we also missed the other dude skinny dipping, and you see his ass.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Some sort of dance performance?
She was about to do some sort of dance routine for him.
Like a sexy dance?
No,
Or she was like,
watch this, and then she like starts to try and dance,
Yeah.
and then she gets
she's
killed.
just crumping.
He also said that I think she does something behind the tree, like she pisses or takes a crap, and he's
Yeah,
like,
she was
it
going to the-
smells bad.
She was going to the bathroom.
He's like, it's musky. The scent of a woman.
Do you smell?
But yeah, her eyeball's hanging out. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's murdered. So Spider attempts to run, but is stabbed in the head repeatedly by the culprit. A strange figure with featureless red head and obscured in tracking errors, known as the glitch.
And yeah, you don't ever truly see the glitch because again, it's glitched out.
It's really cool looking though. So back at the lake, Joey asks Wendy where Spider and Samantha went, to which she answers that they left, and then awkwardly asks if he wants to have sex.
She actually says, "Wanna fuck?"
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the
You want to have sex?
This is the PG version.
Yeah, like this podcast is PG. Or
Oh yeah, it's primarily made for
smell
children.
that musky poop.
I want that in a soundbite.
I was, for the last episode for Pet Cemetery, I was trying to just get Amir saying that dirty feet in bed thing. I was trying to just get it, but they don't make them small enough for it.
Dirty feet in bed. Anyway, so
what did I say again? What
You
would
were
you
like,
do if
what
you were
would you
in
do
bed
if
and
you were in
woke up
bed?
with dirty
Yeah.
feet in bed?
Anyway, so Joey guesses that Wendy was serious about the story she had been telling them about the murders, mentioning he remembers hearing remembers hearing about it himself. Dropping the facade, Wendy reveals that she has been to the lake before where the murderer slaughtered all of her friends, leaving her as the only survivor.
You say facade? I say facade.
Those are two different words.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's pronounced facade. I think it's a facade. I don't know, but it's something to do with the building, which a facade is like
And there's
a
there's
masquerade.
the abbreviation of a FAQ, frequently asked questions.
At this point, she also says that she was using the friends as bait to bring out this glitch,
Which is kind of
character.
like a cool way to, coax in a Jason type of character. But obviously,
Wait, hold on.
Ryan's got some English facts for us.
Okay.
Facade.
Fuck. Well, you roll the dice and you win some, you lose some.
What
Yep.
dictionary were you using?
Google.
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
This is not
Shit.
going to be in the goddamn podcast.
Shit. Shit.
This is so stupid.
Whore. Whore.
Why are you doing this?
I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
So,
She notes that the police didn't believe her. Oh my god.
Die.
Okay, I'm done.
She notes that the
notes?
police that they didn't believe her when she said that the killer would be in two places at once. Wendy tells Joey that she lured all three of them to the woods to use as bait so she can find and kill the glitch. As the two talk, the glitch walks up behind Joey and slits his throat. Wendy runs away, luring the glitch into a pit trap, then into a bear trap, which traps it momentarily.
But then she kind of like walks towards it then, and that's when it stabs her, right?
No, that's the last trap it's in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, she gets stabbed in the hand or something.
Oh, was it the hand? I thought it was the
Yeah.
stomach.
Like first, I think. So she tries filming the glitch up close, but continues to be obscured by the tracking errors and slashes her hand. Wendy continues to run through the woods, warning anyone who finds the tape to never come to this area.
Oh, you also forgot to mention Spider comes back for a second. We see him with his throat slit. He's walking. She sees him.
Oh, right.
And he just kind of collapses.
Is that Spider?
That's not Spider.
No, it's not
Joey.
Spider. That's
Joey,
Yeah,
sorry.
so he's naked, walking through the woods with his throat slashed. Yeah, so she finds Joey in his death, and watches as he dies. The glitch approaches Wendy before a bed of spikes impales it.
How does she have time to do all this stuff?
She must have prepared way
like,
beforehand.
If he was already there,
Yeah,
how would
I
she
know.
be able to prepare all this
I
stuff?
know, she would be dead.
That's true. Yeah.
We want answers.
Like, maybe he takes a day off. Maybe, like, not on the Tuesday, like on the Friday, he's off to his vacation home.
well, the weekend's for the boys.
Boob.
This is not the time or place for this.
That's all right.
Wendy gloats at the glitch and walks away. But when she turns around, it is gone. It reappears in a tree and pounces on Wendy, beating her to death with the camera, then slashes her stomach, eviscerating her. Wendy's corpse is last seen twitching and shuddering violently as the camera glitches out, revealing that she is becoming a glitch herself.
You also see her like intestines coming out of
Yeah.
her, and she
Some
twitches.
really good effects in this the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the idea behind that one, super, super cool, but the
Yeah.
execution isn't.
I just feel like
Excuse me,
like
too
when I was
great.
watching, I was like, this was kind of a pointless story. All the other ones seemed like someone was getting their comeuppance, whereas this one's just like, well, she tried to avenge her friends, got other friends killed, and then dies herself. There's like feels like there's no point.
Yeah, the point is,
Some
don't
sweet ass gore.
no, don't try and kill the person that killed your friends. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess that's a good.
Revenge.
Yeah, revenge is bad. Don't do it.
Poop.
I'm actually done now, I promise.
Anyway, back in the frame story, the old man's body has returned to the room, but Rox is nowhere to be seen. The remaining criminals, Zach and Gary, are confused as to where the others have gone. With Gary telling Zach to look through the tapes, Zach replaces the current tapes with a new one and sits down to watch.
I like that it's Rocks, Zach, and Gary.
So this is the webcam one now, I'm guessing?
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the sick thing that happened to Emily when she was younger.
This one was definitely, for me, the creepiest.
It was the creepiest, but also very confusing to me, so maybe you guys can tell me what actually happened.
It was Bigfoot.
I don't think that's true.
Poop.
Poop.
That was Andy's fault.
Yeah, I know. Told entirely through a series of computer video chats, Emily tells her boyfriend James, an aspiring doctor, about the strange bump on her arm and how it reminds her of an accident she had when she was younger. After showing James around her apartment, Emily hears noises outside her door. After investigating the room, Emily witnesses a small ghost-like child entity rush into her room and slam the door shut.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
This
it
one was
creepy.
definitely,
the scariest.
I wouldn't say it was like scary, but like when you're trying to think of yourself in that
For sure.
position, it's fucking terrifying.
It almost felt like, I know you haven't seen Host, Amir, the
No.
movie Host,
No.
but it almost feels like a precursor to it.
I've mentioned this
A little
before,
bit,
yeah.
but house horror, anything related to horror in the house, like a very standard home.
House horror in the house. Put that on a bumper sticker.
is the creepiest to me because again, it's you can easily imagine yourself in this scenario.
Oh, so we have to forget. We have to remember. There's a lot of nudity in this one too. Just randomly, she's like,
She takes her top off.
she
at
takes her
one point.
top off just for this guy who's super boring.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like dating.
I know, but this guy don't deserve it.
Why'd you say it like that?
Andy's jealous.
I'm raging with jealousy. Anyway, so the child thing in the background, scary. Yep. Anyway, she believes her apartment is haunted. She hears noises the next day. Emily attempts to investigate some more, only to discover the entity again when she turns on the light. It was also like glow in the dark when she turned on the light. I felt like that kind of took me out of it a little
Is this
bit.
the
but
part where like she's using the camera to look around?
no, maybe?
I think it is, yeah. So that's a good segue back into Ryan's terrible commentary corner.
Yo, pick up the phone. What's up?
This shit terrifies me in movies. It's in quite a few found footage movies, but anytime there's like, it's really, really dark or the lights are out or anything, and they're like, I'll just use the flash from a fucking camera to light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It happens in video games a lot too.
Because
I was just
know
thinking that.
you know what's going to happen. So you're just sitting there and you're squinting,
Yeah.
getting ready for it.
Yeah.
Actually, literally, there's a whole video game series, the Fatal Frame games that are based
yeah.
on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. There's a new
And
one coming out.
yeah, that's what I want to say. That was
Thank you.
Ryan's terrible commentary corner. This isn't going to be like
That abruptly ended.
an every episode thing, is it? I guess that means
It's
yes.
the episode where we lose our minds.
And our listeners.
Please don't go.
We need you.
Please don't go.
Tell your friends.
So yeah, she sees the entity, turns on the light. She questions her landlord about the disturbances, but the landlord claims that no children have ever lived in the apartment complex, nor have any people ever died there. But Emily is unconvinced.
You know he's lying.
Because didn't she actually tell the dude that she believes that somebody had died in the apartment? I feel like that's something that happened, unless I'm totally misremembering.
Like legally, how many years back can it go before you don't have to tell them anymore?
Is that a thing?
That
Yeah,
people-
you have to tell them that somebody died in the
Oh.
building. Yeah, I don't know if it's in Canada, but I know like Japan and stuff, you have to.
That's weird too, because I think statistically, if we ever dug into this, I think that houses that have this kind of history attached to them tend to sell pretty well. 'cause
So
yeah, people love
in
that shit.
Japan, I was watching a documentary about how this guy literally just rents apartments in places that people have died in
oh wow,
because it's cheaper.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think it's within like 10 years or something, and then after that, they no longer have to disclose it.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So during her next video chat with James, Emily nonchalantly digs into the bump on her arm with a scalpel, which was really fucked up. And
Yeah,
then,
another part where just the found footage style really
Yeah.
brings it home.
it's super disturbing. And
It looks real.
oh yeah, and I'm like, it felt just so real to me. And I'm like, oh, this is where it goes downhill. And then what does she take out? A meat fork to find out?
No,
what's-
she grabs scissors, wasn't it?
No, it was like a big,
Oh,
like a
was
big
it?
fork
Yeah.
that you stick in a turkey, essentially.
And he's like,
Don't do it.
as my medical opinion, don't do that.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I have to.
But he convinces her not to.
only because he also doesn't seem that concerned. He's just like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Because he's like, oh, it'll get infected.
He's like, baby, no, don't, baby.
I mean, essentially. I also want to say, just on that house front, if someone dies in your home, apparently in Canada, you're not required to tell someone about it ever.
Well, there you go.
Yikes.
Could you imagine just like, a realtor's like showing a house. And they're like, so did anybody die in here? And then the realtor's like this dude, and he's like, yeah, fucking killed that pussy in here.
Oh my God.
Okay.
The next night, Emily attempts to contact the strange child. She closes her eyes and carries her laptop to have James look out for the being. The ghostly child appears again, along with similar ghostly looking, or another ghostly young girl.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a boy and a girl here. Yeah.
The children manage to knock her unconscious as James quickly appears in the apartment. The children are revealed to be not to be ghosts, but rather aliens. What?
I don't remember them being revealed.
Were they
as
aliens?
I don't know if they reveal it, but they reveal that James is like working for them.
Yeah, I thought they were just like, I actually don't. This is what really confused me at the end.
And then he slits a hole inside the side of her body and pulls something out.
It's a fetus, isn't it?
It's like a fetus. Removes an alien fetus from Emily's torso, revealing that they're using Emily as an incubator for an alien-human hybrid. James, who also has been working with the aliens and removing fetuses for some time, questions the aliens how much longer they plan to do this to Emily.
That is a thing that like alien conspiracy people, or like people who believe in aliens, do believe that like there's a certain race of aliens that are trying to mix.
Totally.
Fetus.
Oh my God.
I broke my promise. I'm sorry.
Really? You.
But yeah, this one was really intense.
It also says that the aliens erase Emily's memory while James breaks some of her bones to make it look like an accident again.
And then they're back on the
webcam.
Yeah, chatting. And then he's like, yeah, you're okay. And she's like, yeah, okay. I love you. And then he turns that off and turns a new one up. And it's another woman, probably assuming in the same building, also with him.
Right. Another alien fetus.
What?
Combo.
What?
What?
It's a woman. It's not the fetus.
No, I'm saying that he's...
I thought you were saying, oh yeah, just like another alien fetus machine.
No, he's obviously tricking other women to do the same thing that he's been doing with with Emily.
She takes her top off again.
Yeah. Also, I want to say the conversations that Emily has with is it James?
Yeah.
She keeps saying "I love you" to him, and he's like, "There's like silence." Did you notice that?
No.
It's just like "I love you," and then he'd be like, "Mm-hmm."
I mean, it makes sense.
It does,
He
but
doesn't
like
love her. He loves that sweet, sweet alien fetus.
Yeah. What the? That was that story. Back in the frame story, both Zach and the old man's corpse are gone. Gary, now the only one left, searches the rooms upstairs. He finds the decapitated remains of Zach and is subsequently attacked by the old man who has become a zombie.
That's where he like runs up the stairs or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That was fucking
That was creepy.
Totally. I just like that Gary's like, oh, everybody's gone. Well, I better search for them instead of, running away. What you got there, Amir?
It's another soundboard with...
Come here.
That just sounds.
That just sounds like Amir saying it.
Okay, stop. Okay, I don't like this one.
Okay.
Anyway.
That literally just sounded like Amir saying it.
Yeah, it did. Come here.
Come here.
Anyway, back to the movie. Oh my God. I'm gonna break some necks. Gary attempts to flee downstairs, but he falls and twists his ankle. Everyone's falling, and is killed by the zombie. The frame story ends with the camera left in the TV room, picking up the sound of the VCR starting the last tape by itself.
And this tape is called 10/31/98, which is Halloween 98.
And this is the one I was referring to from before, that a lot of the effects here are just fucking awesome.
This one, again, this concept, I think this is my favorite one. It's such an interesting
It also has a really good twist, even though it kind of called it during it. So on Halloween night, 1998, Tyler, dressed as a teddy bear, implanted implanted with a nanny cam, meets his friends Chad, Matt, and Paul dressed as the Unabomber, a pirate, and a Marine.
Okay, you didn't write these?
Oh, I know, I didn't.
Yeah, because I'm almost 100% sure you weren't going to put the Unabomber.
No, I didn't even know what that was.
The Unabomber.
No, I know what the Unabomber
Okay.
is. I didn't know what he was dressed up as.
I thought he was just like a kind of like a military person or some shit.
There's a Marine also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So they head out to this Halloween party at a friend's house, only to end up at the wrong place.
ain't that always the way?
It's so funny because they show up and like there's no one there, and they just continue to look throughout the house. And if you were doing that, you would immediately leave, wouldn't you?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think I would have gone in. I'm usually a pretty big knocker, knocking on
Got
the
some
door.
pretty big knockers.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yes, I would.
Swing low.
I would feel very anxious just going into someone's house without being invited.
Are you a vampire?
It's my secret.
We should make that into a movie. The vampire, but like he can't read.
The vampire doesn't have a bed either.
Oh, right. That was another.
Oh yeah, Andy sleeps in a coffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Jeez.
doesn't need the bed.
No,
It's all coming together.
it's a coffin. Anyway,
Andy would make a great vampire, honestly, because he'd be so unassuming. He's
It's-
just an innocent guy.
it's the paleness.
Just seems really nice and
It's the pale.
friendly.
He could be like Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah.
You're just a
But he's a-
psychic vampire.
But he's a different type of vampire.
Yeah, you could be.
I feel like I'm not that annoying.
that annoying.
No, not that annoying.
Yeah, but you don't have to be annoying because the woman that comes in as a psychic vampire too feeds off their misery, not. the
Oh,
annoying.
right,
So
yeah,
you could
so
just be something else.
Oh yeah, I just
You could just be
yeah.
the really sad vampire.
It's true. I am the sad vampire. I think that's a children's book. Anyway,
I thought that was a mere burping for a second.
Yeah, it does sound like
thinking that they are the first ones to arrive, the quartet. See, I wouldn't rate that. Sneak inside. They begin to experience paranormal phenomena.
Look what happens when you don't write out.
I was running low on time, but they believe that they are at a realistic haunted house attraction and they have fun with it. Okay, so that's why they stay.
Which you can understand to like a point, but again, just there's nothing that says it's a haunted house
No.
or anything. They're just like, let's go into this building.
So I mentioned this maybe on our first episode that I went to a haunted farm experience, and honestly, at certain points during that, it felt like we were lost, and that there's no way this could have been real. So I don't know. Maybe some haunted houses are just fucking that good.
Okay. In the attic, they find several men gathered around a young woman who they have suspended from the rafters, apparently
seen that
performing
movie
an
before.
exorcism. So,
Couple of
Wait.
men surrounding a
Oh.
woman.
anyway, that's on Ryan's other podcast.
Yeah, join me, Ryan's terrible commentary corner, a new podcast I'm starting.
So-
I think he was talking about your porn podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Ryan's Terrible Commentary Corner.
Commentary?
Commentary.
Anyway, so when I was watching this, I didn't think that they were performing an exorcism at first because I was thinking they're just torturing this person.
That's what I thought too. I thought she was just kidnapped.
Yeah. I thought they were doing some sort of satanic ritual on her, not the other way around.
I really like the like they're in a fun haunted house, but it's actually haunting stuff happening, and they're all like, "Whoa, that was real scary."
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
Have you already seen arms coming out of the walls?
No.
Okay.
They did see, I think, a young girl, like ghost girl or something on the stairway. But like one of the guys looks back and is like, "Oh, that was scary." Like exactly what Ryan said.
Yeah, when they first go in, he sees it, and she's there, and then she just fades into the dark.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Whoa."
Whoa, that was cool.
Cool effects, man.
Yeah.
Do you think when all the arms and stuff are coming out of the walls, someone's dick's coming out? And then they find out it's not haunted, it's just
And
like a glory hole.
Would you let one of those arms come out of the wall give you a hand job, Ryan?
So here on Ryan's terrible commentary corner.
Come here.
You didn't answer my question.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
How
Oh,
soft do the
Andy?
hands look?
They don't look very soft at
No,
all. They look
I'm-
kind of haggard and dusty
No.
and
Okay, maybe not.
rough.
I'm gonna say no.
Do I have lotion with me?
No.
Oh, okay, then probably not. No, that probably just hurt.
Ditto.
You need a dust bath. Anyway. Anyway, the men happen to be chanting, "Cast you down," towards the woman, and the boys exuberantly join in. This alerts
Yeah,
them.
that was real funny when they're
Yeah.
all like, "We cast you down." The guys like frats were like, "Woo, cast you down."
Cast you down! Yeah, that was pretty funny. This alerts the men to their presence, and they react angrily towards them, proceeding to physically assault the young woman, causing some of the men to be pulled upwards into the darkness by an unseen force.
That was creepy
It was.
because they get pulled up and they just disappear, right?
Yeah, they go into just blackness.
Mhm.
Yeah, they go to the shadow realm.
Yep.
I really hope you add a clip of "It's time to do."
You're gonna,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow Realm?
you're gonna have to explain that to him.
You don't know Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. I mean, I know Yu-Gi-Oh! I've
He's
never
not
watched
a
it. though.
fucking nerd.
Shadow Realm?
You keep saying Shadow Realm like
The
we are.
Pharaoh?
We're all like, yep, we know the Shadow Realm.
Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Moto?
No. Okay.
No.
Kaiba?
You can
Ka-
you can direct this to Andy as well. 'Cause he's also
I don't know.
uninitiated.
You don't know the opening theme song to it.
No.
Did you live in a cave as a child?
No, I just wasn't a fucking loser like you.
I don't have a good comeback. But I will come back to you later.
Anyway, more violent, overtly threatening paranormal phenomena begin to occur as the boys initially flee, but realize they should try to rescue the girl. Returning to the attic, the boys work to untie her and get her to safety. When the girl is freed, the house comes to life with poltergeist phenomena and the ghostly arms rising from the walls and the floors to claim their lives as... What?
To claim the lives of the woman's captors. Well, are you okay, Mushmouth? I like the hands just come out and they're just jazz hands.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Or they're just like, they're doing the whole circle with one hand, then your pointer finger.
Flipping the birds. Yeah, that part is still the coolest part. I think I watched a YouTube clip of it. It's been in circulation for quite some time, and it does show the exact same arms coming out of the ceiling. Like, I don't know if those are anywhere connected. They might be done by the same people who made this movie.
What are we talking about?
There's this YouTube clip that shows the exact same like type of like special effects.
It's
of
just
the
like a
arms.
standalone YouTube clip.
Yeah, it just shows like someone.
It happens in Grave Encounters.
Yeah, okay. Exiting through the basement, the boys pile into the car with the girl and drive away. The car abruptly stops and the girl disappears, reappearing in the street before them and walking away amid a flock of birds.
And the car actually stops right in the middle of train
I
tracks.
thought they were bats, but
Can you, at this part, you can cut what I'm saying out right now. Just insert the Thomas the Tank Engine.
the boys then realize that the car has stopped on the train tracks. The boys attempt to get out of the car as the train approaches.
I just like the boys. The boys.
The boys
are back in town.
but they are but they are unable to start the car or unlock the doors. The train smashes into the car off camera, killing all inside.
So what would you do? In like the overall scenario of this clip.
So
Of this short, I should say, not clip.
yeah, I was putting myself when I was watching the scene when they're on the tracks in the car, and obviously as soon as you realize that the doors aren't open, they're like pounding their fists on the windows and stuff. That's not going to break the windows.
Yeah, you
for
try to like use your feet.
use
or
your
something.
feet. Yeah, get on your back and fucking kick those windows out.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
So what I would do, I probably wouldn't have gone into the house, honestly. Like from the beginning, we would have went and I'd be like, this is not the right place.
Oh yeah, that's
But you also got to think it's 98. GPS isn't really a thing.
That's true.
But
sure.
like, I'm assuming there would have been a house number you would have been able to look at, right?
okay. Say you're in the house and you're already there. Like, what would you do? Like, I
Okay,
feel like
the first moment I saw something scary, I'd be out of there.
Yeah.
And honestly, if it was just a fun haunted house, the first scary thing I saw,
Yeah.
I'd be out of there.
yeah. I also would have tried to maybe communicate with those men that were doing the exorcism, just not just being completely violent all at once. You know, maybe like, what are you guys doing? What is this place?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then maybe they wouldn't have assaulted you.
And then the possessed person wouldn't have killed everyone.
Yeah, you know what you should have done to the possessed person? Should have gotten that old leaf blower out, blown at her.
Okay. Where would you get a leaf blower from?
Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
Oh. Too many callbacks. Anyway, what do you got? Some sweet facts for us, Ryan?
I don't have too many. I actually only have 2 here.
I don't have too many.
I have 2.
I have 2.
Anyways. Jesus Christ.
That sounds like Ryan.
That sounds like someone running over a cat.
Anyway. The main house that the framing is in. Jesus Christ, let me try that again. The main house in the framing story is the same house from the Marble Hornets web series.
Okay.
Which, if you guys haven't seen that,
Yeah,
I would recommend some of it. It's pretty good.
It's based on. It's not all based on Slender Man, is it?
Yes.
It is. Okay. So I have seen it. It's really creepy.
My second fun fact we already talked about, which is just Tuesday the 17th, is just a big reference to Friday the 13th.
That's all you got on this?
So, back to Ryan's terrible commentary corner. I hate
I think we're
this.
just listening to Billie Eilish.
This is the worst. Okay. So, just a couple of notes I made. Love the movie. Obviously, I'm a sucker for found footage when it's done right, and I thought this movie was really good. It was done really well.
Of all people.
I do think VHS 2 is much, much better.
Yes.
But this movie is still, for a first thing, and this was a real, like, I saw in a lot of places they were saying this was like almost like a trust fall of a movie because it was such a different thing that people don't really do, especially in the found footage genre. So it was really intense. I thought it was like super creative. Lots of fun ideas in this one. Like the last one, just a haunted house being actually haunted, just is really fun to me. I also mentioned, why does it seem like every man who's got a camera and there's a woman around is like, we should make a sex tape?
Yeah.
Like Paranormal Activity. Two of the ones in this is so bad.
Yeah, every man is like, oh my God, I have to have this for my porn collection.
Speaking of porn, one thing you missed that's on IMDb is the word fuck is apparently said around 240
really?
times.
Wow.
I saw that. I just didn't think it was.
I also want to say
fun of a
that
fact.
you didn't mention that this was produced by the website Bloody Disgusting, which is a horror movie.
Yeah, well, it wasn't done by the website, the creator of it.
He's the creator of it?
Yeah, the creator of it, the director, whatever,
wow.
actually came up with the idea for the movie.
One thing that I also noticed on IMDb in terms of their goofs section, apparently in the 1998 segment, if you have a keen enough eye, you can see cars that are way beyond 1998, obviously.
I love that.
The last thing in my little commentary corner here, I just thought the effects were really, really cool, really fun. Like Emily tearing at her arm was really cool, looked real. The dude getting his neck slashed was really cool.
What about the pee-pee?
Yeah, dicks are cool.
He had a pretty small dick, I gotta say, probably around Ryan's size.
Oh my God, we're not here to.
Pretty small.
We're not here
Pretty
to.
small.
We're not here to.
Dick shame?
Dick shame.
I only said that because Ryan has alluded to himself having a small penis.
Oh,
before.
okay. So I'll take a
And
look.
then when he goes through puberty, he'll
It
have
might
like
be true. I don't.
Okay, let's see it. I'm kidding.
All right.
Please don't.
Oh no!
The last time I asked Ryan to show me his ass, he did. Remember? He
Yeah.
sent that picture.
I
of him.
sent a picture of
Right,
me on
right.
the toilet.
On that note, thanks for joining us on episode 13 of Survive the Night. On the next episode, we're going to be talking about the horror classic Phantasm.
Boy.
Ryan farted. So if you haven't seen it, again, watch it so you can catch up and join us on our discussion. If you want to talk to us, there's a lot of ways you can do that. On social media, we're on Instagram, s.t.n_podcast. On Twitter, we're at StN Pod. On Facebook, you can just search our group by typing in Survive the Night Podcast.
42 members. What's up? What's up?
Boom. Once we get to 69 members, we're going to close the group.
No, we screenshot and then we wait to get it to 420.
Good call. And then 666, and then
And
and then
12 years old.
you can email us at survivethenightpodcast@gmail.com.
We've gotten one email.
All right. Do you want to read it? Actually, do you have it
Yeah.
right now?
Give me 1 second here.
For a second, I thought you had printed it off and put it on paper.
Framed
Before I
it.
read it out, like what were you guys' like final thoughts on the movie?
Overall, I found it to be okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Again, a couple of the tapes were pretty creepy. Yeah, that's my main takeaway.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't think it's going to be in my favorites, but it's a good spooky time.
Good movie. Found footage. Love it. Yes. Okay. Here's the email. Hey, losers. Could you please do episodes on The Witch, Drag Me to Hell, and Scooby-Doo? Now, with that, though, which Scooby-Doo? The live action or the pinnacle of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island?
Oh, I thought the pinnacle was Scooby-Doo and Batman.
No,
Oh,
it's
right.
Zombie Island is definitely the pinnacle. Because that's the first time the monsters are real. I guess not technically,
Is
because
that-
there was werewolf.
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. These are all film masterpieces that deserve a great amount of attention. That's true. I think they would be perfect for your podcast. I'm a huge fan and totally unbiased in that opinion. Sincerely, Robin Elliott.
Again, thank you for this.
Yeah, stranger. Kind stranger.
Yeah, this is just a random email from someone we don't know.
And they love the podcast, and that's great.
Yeah.
Email us again at survivethenightpodcast@gmail.com and tell us which Scooby-Doo. Because I really hope you mean Zombie Island, because we will cover it. I'll make them cover it.
Okay. On that note, we will talk to you on the next episode. Thanks again for listening, and bye-bye. Bye.